All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're going to get started, you all, in about 20 or 30 seconds. I give everyone an opportunity to connect with their audio, and thank you for joining us again. It's Monday. Get started here in just one moment. And you all, teachers, you all have the ability to unmute, but when you come into the room, please make sure you're muted. And we will begin with our pledges. So thank you all very much for joining us this Monday, September the 13th. And we will get started with our pledge to the United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Our campus mission: develop young men into impactful leaders through the development of their intellectual, moral, physical, social, and emotional skills for the global society of tomorrow. Our campus vision: the school of today for tomorrow's leaders. Motto: believe, achieve, succeed. Our core beliefs: campus core, engagement, encouragement, exposure, environment, excellence. Student core: academia, brotherhood, character, perseverance, service. Our campus creed: we are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We believe in the transformative powers of knowledge and wisdom. We believe that success is brought about by perseverance, not chance. We know our actions are governed by strength of character rather than whims of emotion. We resist excuses, holding ourselves accountable for our actions. We are successful through honesty, humility, and the pursuit of intellectual excellence. We are loyal to our family. We are our brother's keeper. We are committed to our community. We are servants of mankind. We have the audacity to hope. We have the audacity to succeed. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. And now for our school song.
We are the brothers of BOMLA with the goal of becoming best in the USA. We believe perseverance, not chance, is the way to achieve. Our actions are governed by character, honesty, humility. Excuses don't exist. We are loyal to our family, committed to our community, servants of mankind and humanity. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We have the audacity to believe, achieve, succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. Believe, achieve, succeed.
And now for a moment of silence. All right, thank you all very much again for joining us. It's Monday, and we do have two guest speakers that will be returning to empower you young brothers this morning. Before we do that, let me check and see if we have any birthdays, and we can look over our announcements. But we do want to make sure that for our advisory, I've received a number of "we believe" statements. Now, again, just to make sure we're all on the same page, what we're expecting is that each brother creates their individual statements about 5 things that they believe that the brothers of the Male Leadership Academy, what we should experience when we're here, what that should feel like, what that should look like, and also by the time we leave, what we should have been able to accomplish. So there's 2 things, and that's part of our visioning activity. So after each brother does that in their advisory, the advisory is to discuss that and then come to a consensus on 5 things. So those 5 belief statements, that's part 1. So once we've completed that, then we can go on to the next part. So if we don't have time today, which I understand we have a guest speaker, then or guest speakers we'll be able to have tomorrow for that activity to just complete that, so we can move right on to that next step. We're continuing to focus on line 2. We believe that success is brought about by perseverance, not chance. This line 2 brings me to a conversation or several conversations that I've had about, well, it's because this isn't right, because this isn't right, because, well, as long as we can pass the buck and say that, well, actually it's not me, because I can point my finger at this individual, or I can point my finger at these individuals, or I can point my finger at this reason. Okay, now success is brought about by perseverance. So we don't just chance upon 6th graders who know everything, and all we have to do is just read a script to them, and they're going to have everything they need. We have to persevere through every obstacle. And once we identify what our vision for success is, then that's what we're going to do no matter what. Right. So let me check and see if we have any birthdays. If not, Mr. Dover, were you ready to model?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson, we do have some birthdays. I guess it's after the slide.
Oh, okay. Let's go to Mr. Dover.
You can do the birthday first if you want to.
Okay.
And did we do announcements?
No, not yet.
Okay. We have an announcement from Benjamin and Moore.
All right. So we're going to celebrate Brother Neri Castillo and Brother Joshua Mira Diaz. 9th grade, Brother Joshua, happy birthday. And 6th grade, Brother Neri Castillo. Happy birthday, brothers. Let me give you a little bit of the this morning.
I heard it was somebody's birthday. I heard it was somebody's birthday. Yeah. PJ Panda birthday song. Yeah. Today is your birthday. We gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday. We gon' turn out. About to throw a party, get it lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to.
All right. Happy birthday, brothers. I was giving some feedback saying that when the music's playing, you can't hear me. So happy birthday, brothers. Neri Castillo, 6th grade. When you see this brother in the hallway, please wish him a happy birthday. And also Brother Joshua Mira Diaz, 9th grade. Happy birthday, brothers. All right. And Mr. Moore has an announcement, and also Mr. Akbar, Mr. Strausser. So we'll go to the announcements.
Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Okay. This is Mr. Moore, 8th grade math and 7th grade math and 8th grade algebra. I just want to make an announcement to the entire student body. We are going to be gearing up for our student council for the 2021-2022 school year. So if you are interested in being a leader on the campus, anybody from the 7th grade all the way up to the 12th grade, we're going to have an interest meeting on Thursday, right before we go to our clubs. So as soon as on Thursday, as soon as we're dismissed, we're going to have an interest meeting in room 118. There are going to be flyers around the campus, or if you have additional questions, feel free to stop me in the hallway. I love to see you brothers get engaged and involved. So just let me know, and I'm excited for you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Moore. I've been hearing lots of brothers say that they want a student council. That was mentioned in several of the belief statements. And I've been speaking with Brother Darian Sanders, the senior class president, about that as well. All right, so you all make sure that this is, you all are collaborating together on this. If you haven't already done that, Mr. Moore, you and Brother Darian. All right, what other announcements do we have?
Good morning, Mr. Strasser, 7th grade science and 12th grade AP environmental science. For the 4th period environmental science class, we will meet in lab 331 today. So 3rd floor, room 331.
Thank you very much, Mr. Strauss. So 4th period, AP Environmental Science, room 331 today. Thank you, sir. What other announcements do we have? Mr. Akbar?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Mr. Akbar here, 6th grade World Culture, 7th grade Texas history. I just have a couple of announcements. Number one, it's about house shirts. Brothers, if you are like new to the campus and you didn't get a house shirt and you're in the House of Alliance, you can come down to my room, which is room 103, and you can pick up like your house shirt for Alliance. It's last year. We will be ordering new house shirts for the upcoming year, so be on the lookout for that. I'll make announcements about that later this week. Additionally, if you're in Expedition, Justice, or other houses, you can go to Miss Benjamin's class after Lifestyle. She has some house shirts for the 6th grade and for the new brothers. So there's that. Additionally, I'm going to send out another formal email to teachers and about the House Committee. I want to have our first meeting next Tuesday so we can discuss events and benefits and rewards with you all. So I'll send out emails about that this week. So for the House leaders and the House captains and lieutenants, you're required to come to those, especially the lieutenants and captains and teachers. I'll be sending you guys out so you can, I would like to get 2 upper school teachers per house and 2 middle school teachers per house. So just be on the lookout for that email. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Akbar. Any other announcements, you all?
I have none.
Okay, go ahead.
Me? I'm sorry. Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Williams, College Bound Advisor. In celebration of Education Go Get It Week, I have come up with a fun college research project for the middle school advisory periods. I'm going to be sending those instructions or handing those instructions to your advisory teachers, middle school advisory periods. The winning classes will receive a prize from me. So this is something that's fun. I want you to get creative, and there will be different members of the faculty and staff who will be judging the projects. After you receive the instructions, teachers, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. But I look forward to seeing your projects at the end of the week because they will be due on Friday. Thank you.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Fernandez, Assistant Principal. And this week we will continue with our map testing. And last night I sent some seating charts for the math and science 7th grade honors, so that they need to be complete. Also, I know that we still have some ELR students that still will need to complete their map growth test today also. Okay, so that's all the announcement I have.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Fernandez. And thank you very much, Ms. Williams. Any other announcements, you all? All right, well, Mr. Dover, you can take over. What we wanted to just reinforce you all is at the beginning of the year, we talked about the importance of investing this time for a mindfulness activity for each of your classes. You can say, well, I don't have time. I don't have 3 minutes. I don't have 5 minutes. Well, if you just make that part of your routine, that investment should pay off in, just the culture of the classroom. It'll pay off in, how the brothers feel in the classroom, how you feel. So this isn't just for your students. This is for you as well. Just to refocus yourself. That goes a long way. And we have, like I say in my weekly letters, we got 4 down, 32 to go. All right, so, we do one day at a time, we do 1 week at a time. You really do one class at a time. You can't do 2 classes at a time. So please invest this time each class period. And this will be something that will, pay off for you in the long run. It also aligns with our dignified discipline model that we have for our on-campus accountability, or mindfulness, discipline. We don't want to say discipline, but for our expectation. And so Mr. Dover is going to model that for us here, and he'll be going to different classrooms in advisory period so that he can model this for you all during Lyceum.
All right, well, good morning. My name is Mr. Dover. I'm your school counselor. I hope you can see me. I am here with Mr. Akbar's wonderful advisory today. So very excited to be here with them this morning. And our goal today is to reset our mind and our body to get ready to learn. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but on Mondays, I feel a little bit sluggish. I rested a little bit too much on the weekend. So I thought today, let's get up and move our bodies around. So the first thing we want to do is we are going to get up and make sure there's enough space between you and anybody else in the room, because we're going to get those bodies moving. So go ahead and do that now. Get up, get up, get up. Spread yourself out. All right, very good. Yep. Did you test it out? I think right here we're going to hit each other, so I'm going to move over a little bit more. All right. Very good. I see some sleepy faces, so hopefully this will wake us up and get us ready for the day. And when we start the timer, just kind of follow my movements and we will do that together. So we're going to start with 10 arm circles, forward. All right, let's take it backwards. Focus on your breathing, your body, how's it feeling? Nice arms. Your arms across. Very good. I'm going to do some hip circles. Let's take it around. Got this. On your hips, you're creating big white circles. Take it the other direction. Your body is tracking. That's your body telling you need to move more often. Listen to your body. Grab one leg if you need something to balance on. Grab my leg. Take some deep breaths. You may need something to hold on to, and that's okay. All right, we are done. You can have a seat. All right, well, thank you guys for doing that mindfulness activity with me. I hope your body is awake and loosened up and ready to get engaged in the classroom.
Right, and thank you very much, Mr. Dover. I recall when we were doing that, I'm trying to sure which movie it was. I think it was like with Michael Keaton. So that's dating me. But it was like a Japanese auto company that would do that. And that's just part of the every morning routine, and that would boost productivity and just make you feel better. So thank you very much, Mr. Dover, and hopefully we can continue this modeling for the teachers so that they can find a couple of go-to ones that they're comfortable with, that their particular grade level likes, and then we can make that just part of the expectation each day. So I'm going to introduce two young brothers that have been visiting us last year. I think they came 2 or 3 times last year. I think 3 times, and we all enjoyed their message. They would bring their own perspective to a lot of different things. But with anything, you all take what you can. Take away what you can from their message, and put it in your toolkit to just make you a better person. So I will turn it on over to you all, Mr. Ashley Polas and Mr. Jose Alvarez. Thank you all very much.
All right, come on, everybody. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson, for introducing us in this way. Like Mr. Jackson said, we just want you for the next 15 minutes to just take away whatever you can, but we guarantee you that what we're about to say is going to be very applicable to your lives. So let's just make sure that everybody's in the same pace. I see a lot of us were in different rooms, so I just want to make sure that we're all in sync. Okay, so follow this with me. If you're happy, clap your hands. Okay, nobody did it. I want to make sure that we're in sync. This is important, right? We're all brothers here, so let's make sure that we are in sync. If you're happy, clap your hands. Sounds good. Okay, so without further ado, my name is Ashley, but I'm going to introduce you to my twin brother, Jose Alvarez, because he has a very important message to share with y'all. Y'all, what happened this summer? I know Giannis won the championship, but for us, there was something much greater that took place this summer, and Jose is about to let you know the real deal. Go ahead, bro.
So yes, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, Ms. Garrett, teachers and staff for having us today. It's always an honor to be in front of greatness and in front of leaders. So today we want to address you all as great leaders, because every single one of you all have the potential to leave a mark on this world. And so as Ashley was talking, I just want to kind of share my story real quick. So I grew up in a single parent home where my dad raised my sister and I and my little brother. He always pushed education. Education was the way out of poverty for us. So growing up low income, I didn't get to have the shoes, the clothes like everybody else did, but my dad always pushed education. And with that said, I got into my dream school, which was the University of Florida. And as a freshman in college, I had a full ride scholarship. Yeah, go Gators. I got a full ride scholarship. The following year, my sister took my footsteps, and she also got into the University of Florida with the full ride scholarship. Mm-hmm. And then just this year, my little brother is now at the University of Florida with the full ride scholarship. So I just want to let every single one of you all know that you have the power to change the trajectory of your family's life. Now, every single one of you.
Go ahead. Now, real quick, just to make sure y'all got it. Look, first of all, I need to see show of hands. How many of you all are living in a single parent home? If this is you, show of hands. I need to see some hands. How many of you are living in a single parent home? Okay, cool. How many of you all that are living in a single parent home have a sibling that are living with you? Let me see some hands, right? How many of you are the older siblings? Keep your hands up. So Jose grew up in a single parent home. His father raised him, his little brother, and his sister, okay? He went to his dream school, the University of Florida, on a full ride scholarship. Right, coming from poverty. His sister also got into UF with a full ride, coming from poverty. And now his little brother is also at UF right now with a full ride, coming out of a single parent household. So once again, not only right now are you setting up a legacy for you, but you're also setting up a legacy for your siblings. So the way you move, the way you act, the way you respond moving forward, your siblings are paying attention to you. If you don't have siblings, your friends are paying attention to you. And we want to make sure that the legacy abounds.
And so with that said, I call myself an overcomer, someone who overcomes things so that others can walk right over them. And every single one of you are always overcoming different challenges. And so for me, it wasn't enough to just go get one degree from the University of Florida. So this summer, I just graduated with my second degree, my master's degree from the University of Florida as well. And guess what, y'all? Did I pay for that? Nope. I got a full ride for that as well. And so today we want to talk to you all as leaders we want to talk to you all about becoming overcomers as leaders. Again, an overcomer is someone who overcomes things so that others can walk right over them. We're all going to encounter different challenges, but it's up to you to decide how you're going to respond to those challenges.
Come on now. I see them looking at me and they're looking at you, but what they don't see is the wonderful items that we have in front of us. So right now in my hand, can somebody tell me, please speak out loud. Mr. Suarez, your class is unmuted, so I'm gonna count on somebody in Mr. Suarez's class to please let the world know what I have in my hand. Any student, somebody speak up. I'm gonna go once, I'm gonna go twice.
Somebody said it, but we can't hear them.
Okay, so it seems like somebody said water. And most importantly, I have Fiji water. Now, we're here in Florida. I know you all are in Texas. So I got to call on Mr. Young, Christopher Young, real quick. Have you ever had Fiji water? And by all means, would you say that it is probably one of the best waters you've ever tasted?
Absolutely.
By far. Okay, sounds good. Jose, talk to what you got in your hand.
So in my hand, I have a darker drink. It's also liquid, but it obviously got different, more ingredients, and it's carbonated. And so this is Coca-Cola. Anybody like Coca-Cola? Where are my Coca-Cola fans?
Okay, I see a lot of them.
Where's all my Pepsi fans?
Any Pepsi fans in the house tonight?
Okay, so that's a whole debate right there, Coca-Cola versus Pepsi.
And so we have two items in our hands, right? We have water, of course, beautiful Premier Fiji water, and then we also have Coca-Cola. And so as Jose was saying earlier, life is going to be all about you overcoming certain things. So in life, it's kind of like some things are uncontrollable, right? So a lot of times life just kind of shakes you up. You know, like you could have friends that are on your side one time. You could have family situations happening. You could have school not going just right. Life just kind of loves to shake people up at a certain time. Now, the question is, what is going to be the difference between the way this water responses and the way the Coke responses? Can anybody guess? Okay, I see somebody in Mr. Akbar's class. I see a lot of hands in Mr. Akbar. Mr. Akbar, if you don't mind unmuting your class and letting somebody speak up about what's going to happen once we see what unveils in these bottles here.
Go ahead.
So the Fiji water won't spray out anything like that, but then the Coca-Cola, the soda will start spraying everywhere.
Okay, if you agree, can you clap your hands? I just want to make sure it's a good answer. If you agree, can you clap your hands? Okay, so what the wonderful brother just said is that based upon his experience with water and with Coke, that Coca-Cola, I should say, that if we open each item up, they're gonna open up differently, right? The response of the bottle is gonna be a little bit different per side. And so I guess, Jose, you think they're right?
Yeah, they're absolutely
I
right.
don't know, man. Let me check and see, because I'm over here shaking this up. They say they're gonna open up the same. Jose, go ahead and open up your water.
I don't know.
Go ahead, show them. Wow, okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open mine up to see if these kids really, because I feel like nothing's gonna happen when I open this Coke up. So let's see the Coca-Cola. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. Oh geez. Oh.
And
oh,
so
wow.
So we all get to choose how we respond to situations, but maybe you didn't get the Coca-Cola and water analogy. Let me share with you a different analogy. We have 3 items. I didn't bring them with me today, but we have an egg, we have a potato, and we have a coffee bean. And let's say we want to boil all 3 of these items, the egg, the potato, and the coffee bean. What happens when we boil an egg? When we boil an egg, it's going to remain hard on the outside, but guess what? The inside becomes solid. And then we can peel it and we have a boiled egg. Same with the potato. Our potato, when we boil it, it's gonna get soft. But the crazy thing is that the coffee bean dissolves into the water. And so for a lot of us, we can choose to be the egg that becomes hard on the inside. We can become the potato that becomes soft, or we can become the coffee bean that changes the water. So it's up to you on how you want to respond to these situations. We can't control COVID.
Come on.
We can't control a lot of our circumstances or a lot of our upbringing, but what we can control is how we respond to these situations.
That's beautiful. All right. So as we said, life is going to shake you up any type of way. You may not necessarily be able to control what happens on the exterior on how life shakes you up, but you will always be able to control whether you're going to respond like a water or whether you're going to respond like a Coca-Cola bottle. I repeat, which one are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that responds in this way, calm, cool, collected, keeping your composure as a brother, or are you going to be the one that just spazzes out? Based upon the principles that you're learning here at this school, we would hope that you be like the Fiji water and really be able to take control of the circumstances and responding to them effectively. And so that's what we like to call soda and water leadership. But has anybody ever seen this item in my hand? Has anybody ever seen this item in my hand? Can anybody from, let me see, let me count on Carrie Marshall's class. So Carrie Marshall, in your classroom, can anybody speak up and let me know what is in my hand? Okay, so I have an iPhone, okay? Now, can you tell me, since you know what this is, what can I do with this? Okay. 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 Now I have an iPhone, but you know when you move iPhones, for anybody that ever has one, doesn't it the iPhone usually light up when you move it? So for example, Jose has an iPhone right now, and as soon as I picked it up, it just started moving. So why is mine not moving and his is? What's going on with my phone? It's dead. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Karen Marshall. Karen Marshall's class. You may unmute or mute yourselves. Let me go back to Mr. Akbar's class for a second. Mr. Akbar, they're saying that my phone is dead. What do I need to do to make this happen? What do I need to do to see lights? Anybody from that classroom?
Dylan,
You can charge it.
Okay. Okay, so you're telling me right now that I can go ahead and charge it, right? So I have a charger and I can just go ahead and charge it, right? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, but my phone is not being charged right now. What's going on?
Plug it into the outlet.
Oh, you're saying I have to plug it into an outlet. Okay. Okay. So you're saying that I have to plug it into an outlet. Now look at the screen. Look what we see. We see a wonderful apple. And so thank you so much, because this leads us to our first point. Look, in terms of leadership, this is what we like to call iPhone leadership, because the iPhone and the Androids, they give us key principles on how to be an effective leader at your house, in your school, around your friends, and in your community. So the first thing like we have with this phone, although this phone had all the wonderful apps and things that it could do, it could call people, unless it was powered up, this phone couldn't be able to do anything. No matter how beautiful this phone looks, unless it has power, it can't do anything. So as a student, the first thing I want you to understand as a leader is what drives you every day to come to class, to come to school. What drives you every day to serve people? What drives you every day to be the best version of yourself? Because it's not until we have that drive per se that we, because nobody's forcing us here to go to school. I know some people may say, yeah, my mom is telling me, my dad's telling me to go. But as a leader, you're supposed to be in school because you want to be in school. That's how when we're most effective is when we do things that we need to do. And so now you guys are telling me I needed power. So I'm asking you, what is the reason why you're showing up to school every day? I'm hoping it's because of your goals. I'm hoping it's because of your future. I'm hoping it's because you want to make a difference, not only in your family, but you also want to make a difference in this world. Now that my phone is powered up, what's this right here? I see choir in the choir class. Mr. Jason Forte, I'm gonna go ahead and pick on your class. I see in the choir class. Can anybody tell me what am I seeing? Right here. Somebody come and speak up to the front. Because now I'm powered up. I got the reasons why I'm in school. I know my goals. I know what I want to do for my family. I know why I'm here. But what's next? Like, what am I going to do with this? What is this?
Hello, I am Brother Michael Francis, sixth grade, House of Alliance, and that is a password for your phone to unlock it so that people do not go into your phone and do whatever they want with it.
I'll try it again. Oh, there you go.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so Brother Francis, I got a question for you. What are some things as a sixth grader right now that you need to protect?
We need to protect our identity online.
Okay.
What else?
What else?
We need to protect our families' debit cards and cash because sometimes people can ask what it is, and we can't trust everyone in the world.
And what else? One more thing.
We gotta protect our siblings when they need protecting.
Okay. Now I have to ask you, do you have a phone yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a passcode to your phone?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How many people know the passcode to your phone?
Only 3 people do.
Only 3 people. Does everybody else in your class know your passcode?
No.
Okay. What about in the school?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I have to talk to Mr. Jackson because we feel like Mr. Jackson, as the leader of this school, we need to ask you a question or so. Mr. Jackson, do you have a cell phone by chance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who has the access code to your cell phone?
My wife and my daughter.
Okay, your wife and your daughter. You're not giving your access code to anybody at the school?
I thought about it, but that wouldn't play out the right way. So no, thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. And so the thing about it, y'all, please don't miss this point. You are so protective with your iPhone or your Android. You love your phone because you understand that it's yours. You understand that there's certain important information that only belongs to you. My question is, a lot of times in life, we have an access code for our phones, but we don't have an access code for ourselves. I repeat, we tend to have an access code for our cell phones, but we don't have an access code for ourselves. And what I mean by that is we just let any type of influence get to us. We just let any type of negativity sometimes, or negative people or negative friends we just let negativity sometimes come to us. And just like an iPhone, we have to provide people access to us for them to be able to influence us. And so as a leader, especially if you have an iPhone or an Android, you understand the principle of having an access code. So our principle to you today is this: you should not allow any and everybody to have access to you because you are dedicated. You're trying to go somewhere. You have goals you want to reach. You have academics you're trying to achieve. There are so many things that are destined for you in your future that not just anybody can have access to you. Okay, so if you have an access code for your phone and your Android, I want you to ask yourself, what is my access code as a leader? What kind do I need to put up to make sure I'm protected, to make sure I'm guarded, to make sure I'm walking with people that are trying to achieve the same things that I am?
Because a lot of times we feel like we need to allow everyone into our lives. And the thing is, our life is like a huge stadium. Think about the Dallas Cowboys stadium. It's humongous. There's so many people out there that are probably rooting for you, counting on you, looking up to you, but everybody doesn't need a front row seat. Everybody does not need a front row seat to your life. They can still watch from the back of the stadium, from the other side of the stadium, but you don't have to give everybody a front row seat. Ooh. These phones only cost like $200, $300, and we protecting this more than we're protecting ourselves. And we cost way more than a phone.
Come on.
And so as leaders, y'all, it's not just about how we respond to situations, but it's about understanding what's our power source and what's our passcode.
Oh, now when we talk about passcodes, we gotta talk about this. I need somebody in Mr. Atkins' class. Mr. Atkins, can you please tell me or tell somebody in your class to let us know what this is right here?
It's your contact.
It's your contacts. Okay, now let's be honest, by a show of hands, how many people right now, you have people in your contacts that you need to delete that are not good for you, but you still have them in your contacts? If that's you, let me see some hands. If you know you got people in your contacts in your phone that you need to delete, that's you. Show some hands. And so the reason why this contact is so important is because, like y'all said, if people have our numbers, right, they have access to us, and they have access to us by being able to call us, being able to text us, right, to where it gets our attention. And so my thing is, whoever you have in your contact here, hopefully they're all aligned with the goals you're trying to reach. Hopefully they're all aligned with the things you want to do in life. If they're not, then you have the opportunity, the iPhone gives you the opportunity to delete them, right? So that way they won't have that much access to you. And so I want y'all, this is a practical application for you today. All right. For those of you that raised your hand and said, man, I have people in my contact that do not need to be there. Your challenge today from us is for you to delete at least one person from your phone that you know should not have access to you. And I guarantee you that one decision will literally jumpstart the process of you walking with people you're supposed to, talking to people you're supposed to, hanging out with people you're supposed to. We're challenging you today. I guarantee you, if you take that one step after school, I guarantee you your life is gonna change.
So maybe you're in this room right now, you're like, well, I already know how to respond to situations. I know how to overcome them. Maybe you're like, I already understand what my power source is. I protect myself. I've already removed the people that I need to remove. Well, we want to speak to this last group of people. And these are the people who need an update, because every single iPhone goes through an update. All iPhones go through updates 2 to 3 times a year. And some of us, we've been stagnant. We've been stagnant, and this is a brand new school year, y'all. It's the 21-22 school year. The things that helped us get through last school year are not going to help us get through this school year. We need an upgrade, y'all. We need an update. The way we study, the way we are involved in school, the way we respond to our teachers, the efforts that we put into our homework. What is your life update for this upcoming school year?
Come on. So this is like a practical analogy. Just like you see, I have a settings button here on my phone. You also have a settings button on your phone. Yeah. And you also have a settings button in your life, right? So we challenge you today to go through your settings, right? Be mindful about who you are. Be mindful about what you're trying to achieve. Be mindful of the person you're around. So when you go into your setting, which is right here, you need to understand, man, how am I doing? Am I really putting in 100% in class today? Am I really paying attention to what the speakers are doing right now? Like, what's going on in here? And if not, you need to go ahead and update. Every phone updates on at least maybe once or twice every month or every 2 months. They have updates. We cannot allow our phones to have more updates than we do as a people. All right. Every week you should be updating. You should be looking at your week. You should be figuring out what went wrong, what went right. And you want to make sure more of the right things happen, because that's how you are successful, not only as a person, but as a leader. You got to continuously make updates. Jose, any final words today?
Yeah, because even your administrators who are the leaders of this school, they're constantly reading books. They're constantly thinking about how can they make this school year better than last school year. They're constantly updating. So if they are doing that, then we as 6th graders definitely got to be doing it as well. And it's never too early to start thinking about how can we become better young men.
Come on. Now, I do got to test y'all one more time to make sure everybody's still in the same place. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. We're going to try it one more time. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it and you really want to show that you're going to apply what you just learned from us today about being the best version of yourself and about being like water, clap your hands. Well, y'all, we appreciate y'all. It's been great. Jose's about to share one last thing with you all. I know we're running out of time, but man, we just want to let you know we're so blessed to be here in front of you all. Y'all matter to us for real.
Yes. So with that said, there's anything that you take away from today is that you all belong here and you matter. The world is a better place because each and every single one of you are here today.
Yes.
The world's a better place because you are in it. So y'all have a wonderful day, y'all.
Yes.
It's Monday.
Be like water.
Yes.
Be like water and look at your iPhone, okay? Your iPhone is going to remind you how to be a leader every day. And if you have an Android, same thing. So now you can't forget it, okay? Be the best leader you can be, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you all very much. There were certainly many takeaways, which we really appreciate you all coming. And I know that one day we're going to be able to have you all come to the campus, because it'll just be a different atmosphere for sure. But you all, thank you again for your time, for your message. And if we have any announcements before we head on out, you all, please let us know. If not, we'll use the last 10 minutes, 12 minutes for completing that visioning activity. Again, there should be 5 of your we believe or I believe statements. And then after having done that, each class will be able to present that, and we'll go to the next step. So one more big round of applause for the 2 brothers, Brother Ashley and Brother Jose. Thank you all very much for the empowering message. Appreciate every time you all come. And I look forward to upgrading every day. You all, you remember, you go back and reflect on your day, and then you say, wow, I sure kind of bombed with that conversation I had. But instead of doing that same mistake, upgrade it, you all. Make it better. All right. Thank you all very much. And remember,